Hi guys, I hope you all are doing well. My name is Mallory and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am guessing that you're here because of the title of the video, or maybe you're just interested in my life because I don't really share much about it and I only want you all to see what I want you all to see. Like I only show you all things that I'm okay sharing. But I also feel like since content creation is something that I'm super passionate about, there will be times where I'll have to open up with you all and I have to get used to doing this even though it's so uncomfortable, mainly because I feel like not everybody has like the purest intentions for you. And like even if I am making this video now, I don't know if I'll take it live, but I really want you all to know that maybe sometimes people would just pick a few lines or like pick a few words and make like a big deal out of everything, wherein like you're just trying to show the audience your most vulnerable side, and everyone's on their own self growth journey. So you don't really have to take anything negative from today's video or like assume that I am this or all of that. Like just take this video mainly as a way that maybe you could use this in your self growth journey and just understand certain things that I want you all to share. And yeah, let's start. So last year I actually turned 20 and this year I turned 21, and it took me a year to realize like what I have been feeling is nothing, like it's not good and bad days, but it's literally low self-esteem. Like my self-esteem has been so low that it took me a year to realize that I have poured so much into just being a content creator that I have not lived so many aspects of my life. And when I say this, I want you to understand that there is so much that life has to offer other than just 30-second reels that I used to make for the sake of my happiness. And this has literally drained me so much that I did not really even feel like posting anything these past few days. As I was talking about how life has so much to offer, I feel like so much of it has to do with maybe finding a favorite recipe, taking some time out to do some research to know how you're feeling. If you're feeling miserable, maybe doing like a social media detox is what you need, forcing yourself to go to the library and read a book. Like that's what I've been doing. I don't enjoy reading. I would read like 10 pages and call it a day, and then I would do it again maybe after 2-3 months. But I want to build a habit of reading, and sometimes you just have to tell yourself that you know what, this is right for you. Like my mom always tells me that you would never want to stop watching TV, or you would never not want to pick up a TV remote to put the TV on, right? Because bad habits always come very easy to you, but good habits ke liye, you will always want someone to push you. You will always want to force yourself to do it, because you know that good habits do not come easy. Good habits need a lot of work. Like even if you have to force yourself, but like just do whatever you know will serve you. Like suppose if you don't know what to make for breakfast, or every morning you only drink coffee like me, take charge to wake up early one day, or maybe sit with like YouTube has been my best friend lately. Write down every recipe that you think is healthy. Maybe it falls into the specific food groups that you don't really have, like maybe you don't have a lot of coconut, so maybe add a bit of that into your routine. Get to know yourself so well that I feel like self-help becomes easy when you know what you're lacking in. Like I know I don't have good breakfast meals, so now I will work on that. There have been so many days where I just used to film edit upload, and I feel like I've done this for like months, where this was all that I used to look forward to, and this was all that was my source of happiness and like getting that incentive that you've actually lived life. And it took me a lot of bad days to realize that this is not what life is all about. When I talk about self-esteem, I basically mean your confidence. So your confidence is in a way built with habits, right? Like suppose if you have like a math test, and if someone asks you, are you confident enough, and you're like yes, and you say yes because you've prepared that much for the paper, right? So in some way or the other, I feel like every aspect of your life, you only feel confident if you pour in into that plant with like effort, making like a routine, planning your days and all of that. As I was saying, I was living life literally on a floating rock, and I also feel like many of even us do this, where we just go by days. Like there is nothing that we look forward to apart from our work, apart from our schedules. And don't get me wrong guys, I do passionately feel for Instagram, but I also feel like I made my whole life only about it. And when I did that, I could see that I was not really reaching out to people. Maybe people could not understand me that well. Maybe I was falling short of ideas, or my ideas were just very shallow. Doing that really made me feel like I have I am not pouring into any other aspects of my life where I only want this one thing, and I will do anything to get it. But this also really made me feel like a big burnout. I was actually reading a few symptoms of burnout here and there books, and I saw this one post that said that you'll always feel a burnout when you have these sudden urges of happiness or these sudden urges of sadness. And for the past year I have only been feeling that, where life just seems to be perfect on some days and life is just not fine on like the rest of the days. I do know that content creation is my daily bread and butter, and I will continue doing that, but in a way that is very personal to me and is very personal to Mallory, and her personal growth is very important than just creating content here and there, you know. I literally have Marine Drive where I live, and I feel like I don't even like take a minute to look around and, you know, maybe be grateful. I can go for like a morning walk, I can go for some meditation, I can just go for some fresh air whenever I feel low. And I feel like this past year I have never even thought of doing something like that just to make myself feel good, you know. Another habit that I really want to stop is not everything that I do needs to go online. Like I constantly feel like the pressure of creating content within me also came with like a scarcity mindset that like actually I could only understand this because of Tamcor, where she explained that a scarcity mindset is basically when you feel like your work is threatened by some other person's work, or like social media in general, where you feel like tomorrow if you'll just take like a break, or if tomorrow you don't feel like posting, so you like didn't take a video live, you might lose followers, or people might not like you, people might go to someone else to watch content. That's when my scarcity mindset came, where I was just scared of maybe losing you all, or like, you know, because there's so much around right now, like there are so many people who are doing the exact same thing. A lot to do with how I feel, and I feel like many of y'all also feel miserable. Like I feel like I can speak for some of y'all because I have lived those miserable days of doom scrolling and literally being on my phone. Guys, let me tell you, like I don't know how much self-control will I have in the future, or how much will I actually be able to do as much as I preach, but I 100% do know that scrolling is just not it for me. Like even when I'm doing it, I know it's miserable. I know that I don't need so much of information. The only way to stop this doom scrolling habit is to delete the goddamn app. Now when I tell you I have deleted Instagram for the past 3 days, life is literally blissful. I remember that I have to oil my hair. I remember that I can literally cut a fruit for myself and eat it. You know, I remember that I have to clean my room. I remember I have to take my medicines. I remembered things that I like. And the fact that Instagram has made me feel like I'm lacking in every aspect. The only solution to this is do what you want to do and do what you think is right for you, okay? And if that has to be deleting the app, might as well do it. Like maybe some content creators might laugh at me and be like, listen, if you're doing this long term, you have to focus on not being on this app for a long time. Like you have to find the balance. And I know I cannot find the balance. I know that if I have that app, I would unintentionally, you know, just tap on the icon and open the app. But I have to find a way to deal with it myself. So I did do some research, and maybe now I know that I have to just completely delete the app. If I want to come online and talk to you all, I can come online for at least 1 hour or half an hour every day at night, which I'm still not doing because I still need some time away from the app. And I can talk to you all in that half an hour, 1 hour. I can be active at that point of time. There's also one reason why I did not really post or want to talk about this, is because I feel like everybody talks about mental health or things that they're going through once it's done. Like they always talk about it in past tense, but nobody will ever, you know, come here and talk to you and tell you that yes, I am feeling this right now. I do feel very vulnerable. It's hard for me to, you know, get over it, and I know that I will get over it, but it's just very difficult right now because I need to find, you know, the right things, the right planning, the right work, and all of that will go into. I feel like the biggest lesson that I learned as a content creator is self growth is so important. Even though you have fame, money, numbers, everything, like you cannot just be stuck where you are in life, because then I feel like the downfall is very easy and very close if you just stop and if you just start to be content and comfortable in like a specific position. Because I also feel like even Tamcor constantly spoke about this, that if you feel miserable right now, or if you are someone who's going through discomfort, trust me, you will get over it, and trust me, it will always teach you a lesson. Like I'm so glad that I could like I had this year of discomfort while creating content and not being happy and being very cranky and crying, But then I also realized that all of this was to teach me a lesson. Like, I had to feel this way to understand that I lack self growth, self love, and self improvement. So in like a very similar way, sometimes you might not understand what I'm trying to say through this video. Maybe you'll understand that through certain mistakes that you will make in life. Sometimes you'll understand that with, like, your life journey, and I cannot explain certain things to you. I still feel like I have so much to share, but I don't really want to, just give out everything, because I'm still not comfortable sharing everything. But what I'm really trying to tell you all, that I, in short, have spent a year of my life not really giving into my self-esteem, or like, not making myself feel confident enough in certain aspects. Because I remember that whenever I go for events also, I feel like there are so many people, so many influencers, so many brand heads who come and tell me that, what you're doing so great. And I still, till date, like, my first reaction is, am I, like, what, like, are you sure that I'm doing great? Like, I'm always in self-doubt, and they literally be like, what, shut up, you're doing so well. Now I'm realizing that that is literally like lack of self validation and self esteem, where I can't even validate myself enough for the work that people have to come and, like, appreciate it and tell it to me, right? I wouldn't say that I will, like, come back tomorrow and, like, I will start regularly posting, but I do feel like there is some work that needs to be done, and I will post very soon. And if I feel like posting here and there, if I feel good, if I know that I'm feeling good, I can obviously come and talk to you all on Instagram and on YouTube too, because I'll be answering your questions. That's it. I really hope that this video made you learn something, and I'll see you all very soon, guys. Bye. I thought of giving you all a real time update as I'm going to upload this video, and just let you all know that I have been very consistent with my workout. I feel like the initial days of me not being on Instagram only had to do to understand how I'm feeling and why am I feeling, and I still have to actually work on scheduling, or, like, maybe planning my days or being more effective in terms of that. But I really feel like not having that app has made me think and care about so many aspects in my life, which I'm gonna make in my upcoming YouTube videos, because I really feel like documenting that would be so much fun, since I don't feel that pressure to upload on YouTube.